Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Trippy Commentaries. We're doing some mystery hunting. Joined up here with Danny. What's happening, man?
What's going on, Trippy? How you doing, man?
What's up? Danny is a fellow mystery hunter. He is music video here on YouTube. Well, we were looking here at Michael's house and we came across this license plate on Michael's wife's car that says Crystal. So is this maybe another clue towards a big mystery in the game? We have some crazy stuff to throw at you in this video. Definitely subscribe to Danny's channel. I'll have a link in the description and hit the like button. Danny, where can you start off with this Crystal license plate? Do you think it possibly has some hidden meaning behind it?
Well, it is something that deserves some investigation, Trippy, because it doesn't seem to make sense at a first glance. We know Michael's wife, her name is Amanda, but she has a license plate on her car saying Crystal. So as I did some digging, I found some pretty mind-blowing information, and I'm really thinking it has to do with something suspicious that happened over at Rockstar's headquarters. But I don't want to undermine the fact that there's been information sent to me saying it could be something about her stripper name. So I don't know if Crystal is really Amanda's stripper name or not. I just wanted to throw that out there, but I think it's something bigger than that.
Definitely have something mind-blowing to get to. But I've had the same thing. People have hit me up saying, Trippy, Crystal is Amanda's former stripper name. But that doesn't make sense. They're in witness protection. Why would they have a former stripper name on her car? Pretty much telling everybody, hey, it's me, Amanda, driving around. Come get me. So I think it might have something to do with this story behind the scenes at Rockstar Headquarters. It's going to be pretty trippy, guys. Much love. Thanks to everybody joining up. Let's get into the episode. Take a look at this article by the Daily Mail. It talks about how the Hauser brothers dreamed of becoming famous bank robbers when they were younger. Well, sure enough, they've created Grand Theft Auto, where the best part of GTA 5 is robbing banks. I'll have a link in the description. It's a very good article. And if you scroll down to this portion, it talks about how in 2007, unfortunately, 2 Rockstar employees took their own lives. It was not the fault of Rockstar Games in any ways. Well, here it says, shortly afterwards, the Hausers attempted to improve the atmosphere in the workplace by hiring a spiritual healer to perform an exorcism in the office. Wearing a long flowing garment with an assistant in tow, the woman strode through the office swinging crystals from a string as she moved from desk to desk, the Wall Street Journal later revealed. That is crazy, Danny.
Absolutely. There's a lot of connections in the game concerning these crystals. They're reoccurring. And I was looking into a lot about the situation over at Rockstar, especially with what we just read. And I found out that Sam does yoga. He drives his bike over to a mountain. You know, looking at The Exorcist and the way she's dressed in the article makes me think of the ghost over at Mount Gordo. There's a lot of similar connections. You know, that's not the first time Rockstar has implemented some paranormal experiences within the game. We have the Lenora Johnson mystery and how it concludes with Franklin meeting up with Peter Dreyfuss. And at that moment, he's sitting there praying with crystals next to him as well. And it just seems really weird. Reoccurring crystals in the game. We see the connections to real life. I definitely think, Trippy, that there's bigger connections here and something more to find and understand.
It certainly shows you the Hauser brothers really believe in this paranormal activity. Here's the moment where Franklin encounters Peter Dreyfuss. Notice the crystals. Danny was talking about the mystery of Leonora Johnson. Well, that all culminates to this cutscene, and it is very messed up if you read into it. It's actually probably the darkest moment in the entire game. So you think that these crystals are possibly a link to The Exorcist?
I think so, because, you know, you got him almost in a meditation when you walk up to him. And that's one thing that I mentioned. Sam Hauser practices yoga and meditation as well. So the one thing we see in the game is those candles that are also near those crystals. We see those when we do yoga in the game. I'm thinking so, man. I think that they're connected.
I said, are you Peter Drake? Who are you?
You can see the yoga mat there. He's also in a very unusual pose. Now the thing is, this is not the first time that you come across crystals where Rockstar is just putting it in front of your face. Both times are with Franklin, so we have to check out the first time where not only crystals are on display, but there's some very unusual symbols right there for you to see And like I said, it's at the very beginning of the game. The game does give you the option to let him go, but it seems like they're indicating that you should eliminate him. It's one of those karma choices in the game. They give you these options, but really no end game for the decisions that you make. Either way, I'm pretty sure that we all want to get rid of this dude. When you walk into Franklin's first safe house, the game will pan to this display. You can see a crystal, there's a pyramid, you have 6 stars inside of a triangle, a candle, and I found a few more crystals inside of this house. What do you think that's about, Danny?
I just think it's very odd. There's a lot of situations, especially revolving around Franklin. And I noticed that in the mission shop, you know, you got his aunt walking outside doing the spirit walking with her friend. There's times where he'll go to the house with Franklin and she'll be doing like different exercise or yoga moves with her friends. So it seems like it's incorporated a lot throughout the game, just like it's incorporated within real life. So I think a lot of these life experiences are basically turned into art, like a lot of people do. A lot of musicians do that, a lot of actors and artists do that. So why wouldn't they do that? They perform the stuff in their real life with the meditation and the yoga. They've been through, you know, a lot of situations, as we just learned in the article, some pretty grim stuff. So a lot of this stuff I could see in the game for a reason. You know, you express yourself, and I think that's exactly what Dan and Sam Hauser did here.
I can see that, Danny. It seems like that's the reason why they're putting all this paranormal stuff in the game. Perhaps they have crystals on their nightstand as well. I'm not so sure why they put all of the crystals in Franklin's aunt's house, but I guess it all has to do with the fact that it's early in the game, so they're giving you these vibes right off the bat. How about that picture in the background, Danny? Like that one? Possibly some vagina sword fighting happening?
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Maybe some Kama Sutras going on over there. The one thing I want to go ahead and say, Trippy, is that the more I look throughout Franklin's aunt's house, the more I'm realizing that the placement of these crystals are near stuff that's very suspicious. We see a lot of stuff relating to the Chilean mystery, like the eyes and the stars, and there's so many parallels. I'm wondering if this could be incorporated within the Chilean mystery as well.
This is spirit walking, exercises body and soul. It's all the rage. We are women and we are free. Bringing an end to patriarchy. We are women. Here are free. We are women. Here are shouting. We are women.
Gentlemen.
If you guys know of any other links to the Crystal Easter egg, definitely let us know. There's a mission called Crystal Maze. This is a pretty crazy one, starring Trevor. You can see that he has his business partners here, and everything kind of goes south. Do you remember this mission, Danny?
Yeah, absolutely. That was the one where you go ahead and blow up the house and destroy all the brothers of the O'Neills.
It is one of Trevor's favorite maneuvers. It seems like he takes the gas and he lights these houses on fire. So maybe this is just a clue towards another murder mystery. You have the Infinite 8 mystery. If you go to the Infinite 8 killer's house, it has been mysteriously burnt down, possibly by Trevor. That's what I think happened. So maybe this mission, starring Trevor burning down the O'Neill's house, is a reason for them to point this one out. It is one of my favorite missions. I wish we could do more stuff like this. You know, we can burn down the O'Neill's house, but why can't we just burn down anybody's house that we want to?
I'd like to see more freedom like that and more destructible environments and stuff. But as it goes with the crystals, I'm thinking that there's definitely some connections in the game, and it seems like it's reoccurring enough, so I think it needs a lot more attention.
That story you told us about the exorcism at Rockstar offices was shocking. I can't believe that. And then you have the correlation to yoga. Didn't you say something about Sam Hauser riding his bike to a mountain to meditate there? We have the yoga mat on top of Mount Gordo, overlooking Mount Chiliad. I'm starting to see why they have all these paranormal Easter eggs in GTA 5.
Yeah, it's quite crazy. I didn't know that he was into all that stuff, like riding his bike to Bear Mountain and doing yoga and meditation. We have a lot of connections to the crystals. Some stuff we need to look into more. Like we said earlier, there's some connections that we're not too sure about, like the stripper name with Crystal and Amanda. And then also we got the information about Michael in real life. We have his wife being a real life yoga instructor. So there's a lot to think about and a lot of parallels. But one thing is for sure, a lot more questions than answers. So we definitely need to take a closer look.
That is for sure. I agree with you there, Danny. As Michael does some kind of crazy yoga position on top of the mountain. Man, why is he even into yoga? It just doesn't make too much sense. He doesn't seem to be that type of dude. And the one time he does yoga in the game, he ends up getting abducted by aliens. What is that about, guys? We hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to subscribe, like I said, to Danny's channel. Show him love. He's a smaller YouTube channel. I have a feeling he's got some cool stuff to show off. And of course, we have some big videos coming up here, trippy commentaries. Hit the notification button so that way you do not miss our upcoming Chiliad Mystery live streams. With all that said, we're signing out. Stay tuned. More importantly, as always, stay trippy, my friends.